Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to my channel guys. I hope that all of you are doing good. Now throughout this week I've been focusing on doing Zimaya fragrance reviews, and today's video won't be any different. Today I'm going to show you two additional Zimaya fragrances. The first one is called Zimaya Stallion and the second one is called Zimaya Ghyoom. Now one of the two fragrances I've been really enjoying, the other one is not really my cup of tea. One of them is a straight up clone of a famous niche fragrance, the other one is a sort of a hybrid, a mix up between two DNAs, a designer and niche DNA. So join me in this video today so you can see which one I've been enjoying and which one I haven't been enjoying that much. I'll start with the fragrance that I've not been really enjoying that much, and that's Zimaya Ghyoom. I'll show you quickly the packaging of the fragrance. It comes packaged in this blue and sort of a white color. The concentration is EDP, the bottle size is 100 milliliters, and the production date of this bottle is August of 2023. And once you take out the bottle, it looks like this. It has actually I really like the coloring on the bottle. On the bottom there's this blue color that turns into silver up top. The cap has a metallic coating. It's kind of light. It looks like a crown a little bit. It's not a snug fit though, so you have to be careful when you pick up the bottle through the cap. All in all, the packaging is interesting. It's quite nice actually, especially considering the price point of this fragrance. Now when it comes to the note breakdown of Ghyoom, there's a very interesting fact that I discovered. There are two widely different note breakdowns of this fragrance. If you Google this fragrance, you'll see that different sites quote two completely different note breakdowns. And I'll quote them both just so to let you know. Now according to about half of the sites that sell Ghyoom, the note breakdown is bergamot and citron, the top notes. The middle notes are seaweed and cedar, and the base notes are musk, citrus and woods. According to the other half of the sites that sell this fragrance, the note breakdown is the following. The top notes are blood orange, juniper berry and pineapple. The middle notes are lavender, musk and saffron, and the base notes are moss, sandalwood and vetiver. I'll show you the sprayer in action, and then I'll talk about the scent and the two actual other fragrances that this reminds me of very strongly. The sprayer is actually very good. And now onto the actual scent profile of this fragrance. Now to my nose, this thing, most of the the notes that I pick up out of this fragrance are the ones that I quoted that contain blood orange and pineapple. The opening to my nose, immediately after spraying, the first thing that I get is a strong pineapple note, but that lasts for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, and then that blood orange note starts to take over, and in fact it plays a very prominent role throughout the life of this fragrance. There's a touch of some spices, but the opening is fruity, citrusy and slightly spicy, and I also pick up a lot of musk straight from after spraying this fragrance. Once this starts to dry down, it starts to take a little bit of a turn because the dry down becomes more woody. The musky note starts to take a little bit more of a prominent role. That blood orange note is still there somewhere in the background, still plays quite an important role. But also on the mid-dry down of this fragrance, I start to pick up a little bit of a sort of like an aquatic marine notes out of this fragrance. So let's move on to the point of what this actually reminds me of. The opening to my nose is very similar to something like Dolce & Gabbana K. You get that sort of an fruity opening that you get with K. But once this starts to go into its dry down, it actually starts to remind me a little bit of Orto Paris's Mega Mare. And to my nose, the opening is like 60-70% K, 30% Mega Mare, and the dry down is more like 50-50, split between the two fragrances. To be honest with you, I don't really enjoy that much neither K or Mega Mare, so for me this scent profile is sort of meh. Now onto the performance of Ghyoom from Zimaya. Mega Mare is known as a beast mode performing summertime fragrance. Dolce & Gabbana K is more on the moderate side, and Ghyoom in that case leans towards the K side. I've been getting somewhere between 7 to 8 hours of performance out of this fragrance, with a pretty loud projection, in fact quite a strong projection for the first 1 hour. Immediately after you spray Ghyoom, you know, this thing is very loud, and you may end up thinking that this is going to be a beast mode performer, but after about 1 hour this starts to sit closer and closer to the skin, but still projects somewhat nicely for the next about half an hour up to an hour. The next thing is the price point. Now Ghyoom, this is a strong suit for this fragrance because the price point is pretty low. I got this fragrance off Notino, and usually, you know, the price is there, the regular price is somewhere around about the 20 to 22 euro. About versatility, another strong thing for this fragrance, because, you know, that sort of a fruity and sort of a salty aquatic, you know, scent profile works pretty much all year round. It's more orientated towards the warmer months of the year, but this thing can be worn, you know, even in cold weather. And now let's move on to the second fragrance, the Zimaya Stallion. It comes packaged in this predominantly great colored box. On the front you got the name of the fragrance and the company, you know, the concentration, EDP, the bottle size 100 milliliters, some additional Zimaya branding on top and on the back, and on the bottom there's production date stamped on, which is August of 2023. It's almost unreadable. In order to get to the bottle you need to slide the top part of the box out, and the bottle sits inside, and the bottle looks like this. As you can see, it has a sort of an interesting shape to it. The cap again has a metallic coating to it. It feels kind of cheap, but at least is a snug fit. The bottle has nice heft to it, and although this looks like a chess figurine for some reason, if I have to describe how this looks to me. Oh no, the packaging is pretty decent, again considering the price point of this fragrance. Note breakdown of Stallion according to Zimaya's official website has the following notes. The top notes are violet leaf, orange and saffron. The middle notes are akigala, oud and amber, and the base notes are immortelle and suede. Now, after hearing that note breakdown, you probably already can guess what this is actually cloning of. Let me show you the sprayer in action. Another very decent sprayers. I've been really enjoying the sprayers on the Zimaya fragrances. And now on to the actual scent and what this is cloning. Well, I'll tell you, this is a straight up clone of Ganymede. Now, it's a little bit different. You still get that sort of a metallic, sort of mineral notes that you get with the original fragrance, but here it's not that strong, at least to my nose. It feels a little bit sweeter, a little bit more fruity. I think that orange note plays a major role in that, you know, separating Stallion from Ganymede. But all in all, if you are familiar with the way that Ganymede smells and you smell this, you immediately pick up what this is trying to clone. The dry down, this is where it gets closer to Ganymede, but still feels a little bit fresher, feels a little bit more fruity, a little bit more citrusy, lacks a little bit of that, you know, mineral metallic notes that Ganymede is known for, but all in all, it's actually quite close to Ganymede, especially on the dry down. All in all, I don't really enjoy that scent profile that much, but actually I've been really enjoying Stallion from the house of Zimaya. The next thing is the performance, of course, and Stallion is nowhere near as good of a performer as Ganymede, which is known for its beast mode performance, but still Stallion is a pretty decent performer. I've been getting about 8 hours of performance out of Stallion, with a sort of a moderate projection in the first about hour and a half. Talking about the price tag of Stallion, this is another very cheap fragrance. This is another fragrance that I got off Notino's website. Usually it sells for something like 21, 22 euros. My opinion makes it a really good deal. And as far as I know, this is the cheapest Ganymede clone that you can get. So all in all, the price tag is really fantastic. When it comes to the, you know, the versatility, again, like with the original fragrance and all other clones of Ganymede, this is a super versatile fragrance that can work pretty much anytime, anywhere, you know, any time of the day, any season, any type of occasion. And on to my final thoughts and a few final words about the two fragrances. As I said in the opening, one of them I've been really enjoying, the other one not so much, it's not my cup of tea. You know, Zimaya Ghyoom is an interesting fragrance. It's a sort of a mashup between Mega Mare and Dolce & Gabbana K. I don't really like that fruity, sort of mixed with aquatic notes, scent profile that's quite musky, woody and spicy. But still, if you enjoy those two fragrances, you know, K and Mega Mare, and if you're looking for something dirty cheap as an alternative, then check out Ghyoom from the house of Zimaya. The other fragrance, Stallion, I've been really enjoying that one. Lately I've gotten my hands on quite a few Ganymede clones, and to be honest, I've probably the ones that been most enjoyable for me is Stallion from Zimaya. It's a slight twist on the Ganymede DNA. This feels a little bit more fruity, a little bit more citrusy, slightly sweeter, and a little bit more fresh compared to Ganymede, but that just makes it a little bit more wearable, and I've been really enjoying Stallion. And as far as I know, this is the cheapest clone of Ganymede right now on the market. So guys, in today's video I showed you two additional Zimaya fragrances. Zimaya Ghyoom, which is a sort of a hybrid clone, hybrid between K and Mega Mare, Dolce & Gabbana K and Orto Parisi Mega Mare, and Zimaya Stallion, which is a straight up clone of Ganymede with a slight twist. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in my next video. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.